Ma never na say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there o say dem yopo.
Obi. No question. As what Obi say me. I am in time kete na Maria Hosempa. Kama say
Asempa FM.
Ya ya frɛ ho Christopher no. Bible asɛm no kora to do wo se ɔman ne de wo ma no fafa. And a bomb me ready me din and come asem. Or ma kuma de wa chichi. And that is a typical example of the Yura Don Dramani Mahama or Mampeni. Aye new sem na aye rohosem na aye bibia a good Christo song a hoofing. A good Christo hoofing. Look, I mean my example back. Yanyanum Muzami Fwa Yanimo Young. When it comes to their faith, about more Quran, any asama community Virginia or the Bible, the Quran obedience, I come as a movie, make town 9. You return the people of the when it comes to Christianity, and this, I am shocked. Now, many people say, I'm very important. Every say, Obi, me to my mama, you're John the man in summer. I say about to be a Bruce.
Asempa FM.
Obia wo botanti or the twaba. Obi wa sabi o na ho ofe. Obi wa ne kasa de. Obi okra manifesto ya chiro. Enema timupon sama ya chesa de agu krata mu. Ana okenkan bi a sabi odi pe ai o mampani no oba na sem ana party ho asem. Obi wo so ka ba bi wo firi ene kata wo ka ho asem. Ba me make us so auto me nkasa say manyoni botanti pa me gina so to abama ye John Dramani Mahama LGBTQ+. Now maybe some say edientia. In fact, I can read a claim ya to abama o memu. Ana yewura o mampani John Dramani Mahama. Oye Kristo ni nti wotono nsa for Kristo fo asofo nyina. So opese obeka ni team posem kire asofo. Na ya bompa ye mano na obi minya kwan kobi na me kobi ni nanu wasemunye abra na okatafa galamse ho ni o mi nupa 14 pa obekasa onzoda miensa okatafa keta se chane poe ni kankan ho okatafa galamse ho ana obekasa fa LGBTQ+ ho ni ma we nyina ka ho nti na me to obama no na mmom tutu pa na LGBTQ+. Na tie di okan o si o e ganani and o say Assemblies of God not just Assemblies of God ni o say Kristo ni ka o so o ye Kristo ni a o ye Assemblies of God ni a o ye Kristo ni Assemblies of God ni na tanya ma okay and o say bibini ya mamre ene ya mane yeson Emma Hopine, and in a tray and say, you are Barney Bema. And to ono oba, overshare any pain so. Emrana, ye bet Sisha to say Emma Pine. Emma Tabio, any time you know. Omoya Mema, and Omoya Ma, and from our for no moon to be as animal mountains or not one at Amran a day. Tabe, Adimu. Overstand it Amran. Mijini dear, every time you saw someone to go. Every time you look for the share. A come here, no. You ram Mahama Yan in the party for me. I said, oh, Mran, the choir so on sign. I'm also a trouble man. Papa, I come and penino. I said, I'm in Pomodio. None of your messes are okay, yes. If it's only any term, it's a topic of you. We are not touching trying or so on sign. I get to be only in me. No, Obi. After my Yura Mahama Babacan. What Jimmy Hammo papa. What Jimmy Hammo papa. Not as a politician, as a Christian. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And then you all try and say Ghana for here. Number two, so we now a course for me when I see Nipa Sena. Obi catch me, Nipa do say na MP LGBTQ ones.
Over 90%. Yeah, 93%. Yes. 93%, no?
Yes. And 7% na say. But so 93% and 7% na say.
W.
And yes, no one penny catch our same. Obu kwan so ye ni dem eni asa no man pani do mama e ka kire yi hey o man pani ena de afidie no asa no afu wa ya asa no wa homa enti de obeti maka kire nyina no 90% 93% of population na won wudi so at president no ade a yesi yam pen o se enye hia de o ma we mu o mama ju hu ya pa because the one na me ti pay ye man pani asem ani say the oye ne niema efa na empire me di tanechi in fact obi what do me come up papa me ka wata ko me wu me fere mbo e bi say sabi o me ka say me to ba ma yero jo mama madofo bi kro ba be matamfo Ivan kofo bebre kwa hu me no mbofu yeso yanka so NDC me NDC me Ghana ni emo me paniama papa ama o man Ghana I failed at the time say 2024 elections no Yewra John Mahama well position nin sama work because Yewra Baumia on Yewra Kufod na wo as Yewra Kufod an time na dia I didn't me ko Yewra Mahama Yewra John Baumia ti say oba be time me gidie koye say sa dia ene o kan ban ne ho nko ade a ye le tu minima wa wuntimi ye de me hwehwe enti yemfa nkoma de ono onka ho bia o hye ye bo me nka de ni ministers kwa kan o be o ye mopra but I'm talking about ono ankasa as the president enti that chi o we share Kristo na watimi akasa mo ya che Kristo
yeah but so for the argument has been made say ye ka say enya dia bill bia koto nanim a o say on sign enti bia say parliament eyemra ne ho adwuma wie no mo de koma na o be sign ana
obi nanti de okan ye unyi say bill bi beko amna sign aha de okan ye unyi say parliament be yemra bi de akwa amna sign ana in fact oba ye na me hu say ne ma ya sa because you see we share calendar conference one asan o kan ye achie wo san ko hia Christian Council for asan o kan ye ene asan o waka nyina kire se o man pani don dramani mahama ahobrasye mu ye ka se ye gine di se LGBTQ+ obema ni majority in parliament aye hu atwuma ama de mrana ba mana san ya enye no pre obi I didn't know yanko bonye bi for the first time in the history of this country yantu abama party ba kunya to test our parliament that ebiesi aka me
no I didn't see that
ebiesi
David
yetu idea be mpa na yewura mampani John Dramani Mahama o ka say true parliament o be bibi wo man ma NDC ka me o de ka me tell me one bill o de akọ parliament the members of parliament NDC am pass bill na go through executive na ehia de ka me the man is already. He's not prepared. He's not prepared. Me, I can't go near Monsieur. Open one of the church. Ye teach. Ye didn't church nipa. Kwanya on fast oh Christo mu. Ani ababa papa or more Christo mu. We are towns of God through a minim there. At times of God, they are sorry. Sorry. Ye teach will be free at times of God. Muna to obeye kendifo e da first to the bind den identity na me many wu magana topo I am ashamed that you reku for the pain so me sorry no top because I'm your top one nyame top one penifo say your Pentecostal council say your Methodist say your Presby say your Bishop Catholic conference for every individual men of God and women of God. Enya voices kata wo man wemu pastor na de o voices no eh sa na ye Kristo yi Kristo ne su ne ba na ase ye pase ye se Kristo no eni ni ana Bible so ama ye hu an she yem na yen because I remember say for Pampani do Mahama catch atop on say mo ena nyame de o man ya shamonsa you are the gatekeepers so me ye bibi na say enko yi a ni ma no na mon kasa. In fact, obey a president to cry. What I kabim that over at the Thanksgiving service, Mikobi. Yakoda nyamia se de ma oman Ghana. Yakoda nyamia se de ma omanpani John Mahama. Yakoda nyamia se e wa tumvia ye to aba ye nya ye mu. Omanpani sa bi na no kan sam se o ye niema enya afofo ne betuma ka kire me afofo I have every right to make be make yen de. Se omanpani Mahama wa die Christopher Hambo. Omanpani Mahama wa di Ghana fo Hambo. Na ni tituru ne kase pa na se asofo mpanimfo o Ghana ate nyankopon ani oman no Hambo.
So Charles Owusu ma mena say enti enne no minim because na was a meeting ni mo bi o so for now say the icon on
yes
the icon event center wo East Legon say 2025 ho na mo kokoshia at the time candidate Mahama no
of course ho ne koshia no ho ne koshia no
Obi yes
cha cha wo mapani kan no in fact ama me dwi hu bi ma manyosem got me try me try wa manyosem mu area fi manyosem mu I'm telling you every say yenuma ye pray on say yen nyame nkofo no I just say timi demonstrate a subi Emma o mining me pa dey ehu Kristo
Asempa FM
I just say ye Kristo e kire na say nyame no be o me hu nyame wo ye mu dia ye ne ye su ne ye ban ne te dey di kire ma wiase nyina den ehu ye sori ye de ensati ye bu o man hu say a Christopher ne dot o man mu anya na kore number 2 bebrebe e koso na je say Christopher na ye nema bebrebe e koso nyina e ya Christopher anya za ya de Christian ni munyama na that we have a president that is a Christian president I go jire nyame nkofo anim e hye nyame be na no I say jaka eko o say
sa activity LGBTQ activity no and he has pushed for a bill way to go through to become an act since Omanpenyi last speech on this matter no yene no into me any nkomo ma mintie no afei yen to aso Rev.Charles so what menka
me metro nkan yi pa
ye da nyame ase se wo ho ye de
bi onyame ye ni woni me kasa de asedan kwa ne de ma Regrët
yeah, Danyame ase minim LGBTQ bill e wo parliament ho nkomo and amene unua sofo John in team fojo edi ho enkomo and now no mampanyin ehia CSOs editor just say yes or recognizes say bill no e wo parliament but waka atre the World Affairs Council, right? Yes. The World Affairs Council say Oba Ghana ha LGBT and some no priority. I mean the focus now is on education, taking away hunger, poverty, sano maniamano. Unya breti o mampenita mo ka asem.
Obi, dedi ka mama na wati. Na menchia me nia company Reverend Team for Joe. Na menchia watiefo ani ahefo nyina so.
Asempa FM.
Dedi kan Yesu Kristo asori na owu antime nyi ne sunkunim. Anonti Easter ne bebrebe nyina de eka nyina ne se ye Nyankopon ayedi n'echi ayedi ne tum se oyonyame ba osa yonyame prekope Yesu Kristo. Obewu ye na wasan ne nansa so osori ya chasebie ema yen Easter bia se ye de kai ni wu ne ne sorry na no kwasem trodo obi eni wa oba wu na oba atati tu obawu a wasori bi aje Yesu Kristo nko a iza wu tie mi a de kan de ready Yesu Kristo di na te wu mpo a oba sorry ya wo physical death and ya wo spiritual death. Physical death no bi wo a ade bi wo a wu abra bom Yesu boma abe sorry. Spiritual death so na Bible am ya tia ye wu achi pra no abrabo foforo bi eden e wo wu achi. Enti heaven eye real na hell so eye real. Na se wo pese wunya nyame anim adom dia na ne dia me kan fo ma se wunya hu Yesu a we ye nton ye nyi sika eye free. Unya pa mu ka se Yesu Kristo eye waje nkwankwan de a obejew aje fiefo nyina. Mi se obo se kunya wo kwe wo ma mi di nkunima ade biara me ba e be hia me e be di kan biara me de we de baba fore ma wo wurade ampa onyankopon ye na dom e bo no ho ba ma ne toye enkunimide ba ye wo pie na ne baba ana a pie e ba be hia na fine o se ma bi ma no ma wurade kimi sa ma kibiem I'm burning John Dramani Mahama. Who be one of ready? It's the NDC. Who be one of ready? A dear Ben Netty and Nadia, who are also someone. A dear Ben Netty. Why? But Yamisha and Munya, and you're dying to be ready. And if you can't tell you before, but young among the Christian, no man, your baby. When the leaders of the church deny the people, no prayer, they didn't come to pray because then I thought we are part of the government, and he thinks that they are anymore, and you are Qatar, you are not your boy. Then you Christian here from the same. Me, you are my penny John Dramani Mahama. Manoka sign in Canada, or Yamakonta, or Yaba. And think I said you what is why your company or the William Abbey. But it goes beyond that. When it comes to my faith, means to be far back and found to be faith to him. The young couple yet from the Christian, or you let the agenda. He rules over the affairs of the world, not Ghana alone. Young fire Christian, Niamisu, and then I hear old Dean Farmer Toto among the Omampeni, John Dramani Mahama. The president of this country, I am. We're doing your make me more. We're doing your mental for him more. We're doing astronomy him more. You will do your mind gun as we are more.
So for Charles also may not see any best ever be in Comobio.
Okay, Miss Medata.
Medase. And that's Reverend Charles Owusu, or a socio-political commentator and also Reverend Minister. One of the pastors, Kokoshia, John Dramani Mahama, was the Icon Event Center in 2024. And you can see, so for me, say, Enyadia Neni Ajebadi, overarching question, me busa, messing busa unso. Say, for the president, he can only assent to a bail a moma passe. Say, bail be a method in him, and about Abekas a main sign. Why should he take any blame? I didn't hear.
In fact, we used to for pa. We used to for I used to imam for I used to him for President Mahama. He has used them. Me can't use and what you say because that does so for, and if you would see the account of the Rev.Charles Owusu Kenya, Sana so for penifoni be brave and so and no kasakuku one. That is their sentiment. They feel say omampenia use and what damp home where you saw more area and jet power to me and we what audio matu baby and then say oh yes so for now tia I will say ofa hwadwe then money we are there's all can work. But to answer your question directly now, come back to the software.
Yes.
Omampeni, we are not talking about only private members bill. There are two things we are talking about here. We were talking about private members bill at the time. I don't know was when you're president.
Yes.
And you know the that pronounced the person there you can't want them. And you know you sign na say sign kwa oba can be obe fast obe sign into a buy identity one sign. And you know him say na bill be anchor president Akufo-Addo anymore. Other than now, man, the pressure so on sign. And why did you make the promise that you will sign it if you come to power? Number two, on your power January 2025. One can say answer on two occasions. One to College Bishop Conference, one to Asofo Bebre Accra International Conference Center. Who promises say one can say with the government sponsored bill ever.
Yes.
So
Honoka say private members bill issue
limitations
cost on the
yes
consolidate you know buying it
yes into mine so the question of say bill be a method na emu no say ko am promise bia say ono ankasa fee say na kuma mu or promise ahye asofo ne boss or ba be instructing attorney general at the government sponsored bill aba and can we will only be talking about one promise of so ba be sign private members bill. No, as and when, if passed, or if passed, or can if passed when he won. On several occasions when he won, were contradicting whom be brave, but we are holding him to the Onwa Kasakanye. Say, Onwa the government sponsored bill ever. And also, and it's a private members bill no matter so, man local no baby, Mumpesu be a bosso. Wabra, nipa na moso ono no also LGBT so no de ne mpenso no parliament passe as independent as we are so abre na mo only 137 MPs mu gina mo na so gidi ye nyina so ye kambo mu aboa 275 ye passe na nkenne na wo over 188 no and ka the dakrope air pass and can't mean pass until ye nada and now no they have used and damned as of one imam for and near him for until no say we suffer na sabri say obako school na wodana biko school o church members o youth fellowship o Sunday school o muko school na say book ya present mama etintim Ediama naka abwechiri ahwem approve print asan distribute to Ghana Education Service distribute to akwa ye workshops ediama teacher for training womo plan say fast deliver our instruction now be week 1 na say week 1 no lesson ewo on page 3 no e kire say
we ye beka ho asem o ma withdraw na
we dey mama kan ho asem mama boss we me answer that question okay. Na say definition week 1 on page 3 the President Mahama now be promise wo so for wo hene no wo imam no wo konfo no wo media wo CSO no be dada wo no na se ono ne penso we tintim secretaries in public schools so omon kire se gender identity it refers to a person's deeply felt internal experience of gender which may or may not correspond with the sex assigned at birth. It can include being male, female. This goes beyond the binary notion of gender, male and female, and recognizes the diversity of gender experiences and expressions. And nuntino, and correct cultural exams are chew and poor. So definition on make you poor. It is in your subconscious memory. You should be worried. Now, we in this new MBP new, you should be worried. So it's not about politics. Ebra me be yes expose no. Assessor na me fa book no ma no. Omzo evidence be na wo team for jo abon srem no waka na da ye ntro. Me ba no bi ka ayi fa ayi ho. Cocaine money laundering no mo ye no. Na obi a okoka bibi keke kra se scholarship secretariat. Omo etonton de manko fu bi kra keke. Just that no puno. Didn't they how many days no or them? Omo afana nkoko na sim ni court bepem de. Master, omo court bi nko wi any charge bia omo abo me sentim fodwo e kan sa asem we nyina so ne ho ntia hwe mu no ne charge ni famra. Please, me yesofo and I'm yes me yesofo keke. As Christian even just as I am no. Me di no kure ma me ho ne me nyame. Enti sa asem no beto manim na me hwehwe mu enya nyina so a me fa meto dwada. Me de beto dwa se President Mahama enne na ban I state sponsored LGBT agenda with schools. Almost me boy, and I make offer a book we buy. We see your hand and me buy. Ubi, as I said, be an doubt to. Ubi mu kind and was a Debbie and then it dangerous. And one no more use statement said one more withdraw. It was just a statement, a media statement, sentence, another deception. One more deceive Ghana for with just a statement. One more end to me and throw directive be and headmaster be a regional director bia even HOD and teacher ni bia say sa physical education and health elective no by this directive
omunyai
because no teacher ni enya media o taking instruction free. He takes instruction said they buy a workshop near the man new curriculum now they children know their book number no watch any there o person you free more say what they another instruction ko o mo afanko in fact free all the schools one more physical education and health na be say books no and that's who mo na why na beje ba kumpa free home the books are and the fact that the books are still there shows you their complicity say one sample just omunim the omoye even the fact that naka senke error a mistake said naka director general they would have fired him. President BN who obeka on so LGBT so na obeda be sorry no obi sneaky LGBT akwese textbooks mo e classroom no obeka say onye nhwehwemu po hu say director general naka no wan adwuma yi enti em fire no wan fire obi a enti na say GS eda so ye na adwuma Naka that's Minister for Education that's all, Deputy all the direct everybody that's all in so it is a state sponsored attempt to poison Kofadwene because officer wa fagana fofo when ya sofo ne akonfo ne imam fo a on the obey bia no bia be din na and I'm telling you let me express my deepest disappointment
In what?
At the time of Mampeni, the textbook, the BBC acquisition textbook, na kakra one dismissed director general. Went to Impo and had the courtesy to withdraw the books. Now one can pass say, let us unlearn the concept in abeto mutimono. And you know instruction are documented. Monfa sa kwan we so na monfa unlearn bibia sa anko so no. Asofo yedin ukrumu ha. Or call Lincoln University Lincoln for a bounce no honorary doctorate no. They wrote letters. Assemblies of God wrote letters. Friends say Cali Bishop Conference wrote a statement. Christian Council of Ghana wrote a statement. I want to use this medium to express my disappointment in these three ecumenical bodies. Respectfully, I'm disappointed in them because one more issue statement at the ball Papa Nabaso say I Lincoln for as one withdraw. Not just say Mampeni why you be because no ya mona baso say LGBT and an honorary doctorate intino or more withdraw ya mona baso. So because of somebody's honorary doctorate, you value that over obano ne future or church members or more future. One kasa una na future. And when you value it over them, they wrote statement praising them. I was scandalized. Meanwhile, I'm saying what? And at the time one LGBT mranti one organ ha ye won't be sada under the full glare. Now what trust statement and the account for na Mampeni Mahama then why you LGBT one and untino deserve sa praise and commendation, you know. I'm asking. I need answers from my fathers. Sir, the Christian Council. The
Ghana Embassy in Washington DC the Betuja said the reason for the withdrawal of our honorary doctorate degree no because of Mampeni position. According to the embassy, no almost a school no I catch even though it's not on the school's website. But almost say because of Mampeni position on LGBT.
Have they issued any letter? Lincoln University for actual we are declining your honorary doctorate based on your orientation on LGBT, based on your past pronouncement on LGBT.
Statement, circumstances beyond their control.
And you know, Mampeni ba ye wa pass bill bia etia LGBT for na. Mampeni ba ye then why etia LGBT for. Rather no, he has created the enabling environment for the practice and promulgation of LGBT.
How?
And mama evidence. Now be to me be jina Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, Kwame Independent Arc, and nyina no under national security surveillance. Na so mo fefi o mo no esesa mo be 4 times. Videos that you try spread it. I say ye biem obi a underground bia you will celebrate your freedom about ye man in the second independence ye de ope o ye be man adon no say ye bi o ye oba na so pe no aware no ye de ope obi anya hwe no eno no na ne mfafo so. This book is testament to say state sponsored. Call 107 and page 108 of the Constitutional Review Committee report, and you find the diabolic introduction of LGBT there. And this Krumah only say weekend 2nd and 3rd April. We International Conference on LGBT activism. Krumah.
No, has it been confirmed?
Oh yes. In fact, what a brame boss no. Obi aso yantro. And I'm in my website no. In fact, Paul Admotre was one of the first people who was even doubting. And I'm a man website and so a known journal like academic journal platform, academicresearch.org. I'll be publish it publish PhD, master's research papers and on different topics from education to archaeology to environmental to communication. The
Ministry of Finance, the local government. Don't let us just focus on say increase common fund our assemblies. No, Charlie, how contract assemblies and the amount we may have to take a second look at them. It's assemblies MMDC in any agenda common fund a no avenue for some of these things. So, but how can you give almost all the contract in the assembly to just 3 companies? And I will recycle almost a way the same 3 companies. But ardent listener. Sure. Honorable Kobana Tahir.
Wa modini years our problem.
FYI.
Or if I will be funny every it will be Mr. Pa Mpendo do na komo ya edi no de na epesi enya nyina say let's have a country that is united in principle, in focus, in development, in mindset. Yen ka say partisanship in the enya adwuma.
The ministry the PRO and the message about. Yeah. Obi, we have noted the concerns raised on the Krapim North. It's a Krapim South matter. We'll look into it and revert. Oh, Prince Boache. Mame Kazemjo, now all trade. Mame Kazemjo. Sana Manina no Kradian Sumbim. The Ministry of Energy workers say Kobo Moya will look into it and this matter will not let it lie and blah 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 blah. I go saying. Bro workers ya bro mo pansam e say. We take a lot of things for granted in this country. Ni pensia ye compare police soldier mu akọ. Wo ma wu. Please, what has happened on our roads? Please, this will excuse us. Please, now we improve that. The same old story now. Plans are far advanced. We'll look into it. All those same old stories now. But they be at the near to our one Ministry of Trade for nom the Krataba saying the yen tom pure water, yen to Mubiama, pure water for at to much. And then you see to transport for VIP for to transport fame. Oh, yes, sure. Oh, please, my can come out this year. I said, I know Buchanan. I make it come out this year. Oh, there was something okay. They should give us that break. From the management of VIP, Joan was a Jean, Joan. I saw Covilla Monticello, me about that. They be a Monticello, Monticello, Monticello. VIP Joan and then Joan. Jean. Hey, you call Paris, you booty me. You don't come for VIP Jane. Mrs. Sadi Jane, my mechanic, VIP Jane. Transport announces fare increase effective Wednesday, April 8, 2026. That's tomorrow.
So, baby, I'm more interested. Me for Muntie. From Accra to Brekum, 210. From Accra to Hamale, 450. From Accra to Obuasi, 180. From Accra to Achuma Abuakwa, 160. Old price, you know, more VIP. From Accra to Sampa, 230. From Accra to Sunyani, 200. From Accra to Kumasi, 150. Even the these people, the government-owned STC, a week before Easter, no, Omatung da. Oh, that would be. Baby, I'm imiti. East Legon, baby, I'm imiti. Yatum, nay 85, echo 100. Baba. Please. Baby, we need 20 grand, call say 20, you never got 25 or 30. And the car, you have to boom without anything. Now make and then many codons are for 18 como poku. Now make the so can't we regulate the space a little bit? Because this regulation may possess about say open market. They may pen a major men fro. But obi the sounds of track a more made the minimum dear Nukreni. I want a regulated space in terms of some of these, but I don't know how I don't know how that is possible. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying.
So we only rely on the conscience of traders.
That's the point.
Which is also a problem.
That's the point. You know. So into Ukraine, let us all support the Ghana agenda under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Yes, a reset here. Mr. Enfa hisem, enfa bufusem, enfa nyame party ni, enfa beguengu, enfa mpaya enye papa, mosa Ghana nko dichimu all the time. Because even if you are looking for that opportunity, now my Ghana koto dichimu. Oba obekwa ko fair free sir, amuna donko. Let's be positive in our thinking. And
our history has shown.
Yes.
If you are an opposition party, you don't need the ruling government to fail and send where we need power. You can win power even when the government succeeds, you know. And it is in our interest, government bia obeba de subiano. We praise where we have to praise, and we criticize even sometimes very, 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 very harshly. But the criticism should be constructive. Na yemwa Emma Nioma into me in Tumpon. And that's why within the past few days, Osha pressure Ghana for media to asofo mpanyifo bi so wo man yi mo se e wo so mo kasa efa LGBTQI+
kasa bi adi bi ma o kasa bi adi bi ma o
asofo no
na mo meka de
o meka den say
me pese me hu pacho adar man ka o meka de
na se na inka no mo ka den se inka no mo ka bibi they should repeat the same.
Times have changed nti ko meka de adar ma bo am ye
o meka say yam pass bill ni say no mo ka I know we can't run. I don't know the same thing. But the bill has not been passed. It is Omakan. Why can't they say it today? But they are not politicians. Unless they are politicians in Kasok. But we know say they are not politicians. In the Omonia politicians, they should feel free and talk. Because they are not beholden to any administration or government or power. No. They are men of God. Their fidelity is to the Bible and what the Bible says. And then they should say the same thing.
But why
for the credibility of the gospel and the pulpit they stand on.
Well, will be
very important.
Well, I have
very important.
Well, I have
very important.
Well, I have issues with even talking about credibility and integrity of the pulpit and all those things. And they say most of these will be a take side. But catch them. Politicians boldly come out and say during the MPP time call from security service today yes you have a fire and call for this is the security service you are talking about. This is the security service. You owe allegiance not to a political party or an individual but to a minor Ghana ma o minor en Ghana mine e one kasa mine.
Yeah.
We don't get it.
We don't.
We don't get it. We don't get it.
Yeah.
We don't get it.
We have a lot to. And then Washington Bay, there was a policeman sitting by me and one other guy.
Yeah.
Now come on, policeman ni busa me question. We say Obi. Da ben na what say ye for police for. When who said top politician be. Eden eba akosa na eba nko join the police da ozo wa bi da am say papa you zo busa masem pa madwen ko ho sa o say top politician be pa fa na eba say me pese wo ko join the police
ebi ko no mu di ebi nim de ko bo mo hwe fo mo ntimi training no na say nko fo mpemfo bi ma mekai as we go on mekai mpemfo ko soldier omo hwe fo mo bo omo call 2-3 days na obi omo dwane free on embassy ko mekai me can't be sir. Yeah, me can't be sir. Yeah, me
can't soldier.
Yeah, me can't. They just got
police.
Okay, police. Yeah.
Ghana police service. Another fire.
Not
service.
That I know. Not that.
Another fire service. Another prisons. Say top politician be prime minister. We say na person me back Ghana prison service. Ebi ni ho. And police ni buza obi. Officers anke yedwuma papa nkomo for mo mama.
Papa. He should not have that defeatist mindset.
He's being a realist in a real world.
Well, but that's why I'm saying that, Mr. Nono. So, on your side, you know, or papa essential this some Ghana true police no ebetosi obe compromise okoche inubone okoche anamom to oboni biana obe compromise at the expense of this country called Ghana. No obekasa close like for quiet without a end of service. They don't know their end of service benefit. They don't. That's what they're trying to academia. I teach a 4 year Juma for 14 months. Now obekasa enya regime when go. That's how we've dealt with ourselves. It's when I hear us talking about bribery and corruption, when I hear us talking about illegal mining, apart from joke, say word be or corruption or dictionary, that is what we are practicing as a country. Yanka say kun ye ko hunu nsuo no atifi wa ne di minika ba na fo ne say de wana hunu nsuo na o man be na woni abira nka ba ubesusu mpo say o de $35 million e be kwa kwoti nsuo ni when the root cause of nsuo no enya de a tackle no back untimi tackle for political reasons untimi
ena the other guy na no woman China so ka say eya menko airport uko airport ena o se mabuno e free Ghana e ko Dubai no o man say na say enye adeketwa o omo e ko ye house help ne yes na say ko ye so omo pe tilers na Ghana for kwa e ko ja and am say and mate say recruitment agencies si ka omo jinkofo no wa okwa so omo no ye de ukokoduru a ebi mo anya like omo je passport free winsamo indu ko share adwuma ni mu a waka central house help be brain no omutimi ko fie bi aye bo omo sa one person ba won't remember because recruitment agents not your passport. Charlie, it's a terrible thing. Terrible thing. And then the Biamika say, when you sit around that cabinet table, now we take decisions. Charlie, these things should agitate your mind too. And yes, a mebuno ja.
Well, Obi, let me end with this one. Oh my God. Yeah, well, Minuya, and he was the land economist, Fuku, Owen. Oko, what's your idea? Na debia danoka the integrity of most buildings across the length and breadth of the country. So I'm happy that na de na okra obeji get fancy ka obi. Na odikosi odikoye a shoddy work. Emagana. Minim sa kuguro how they get it to. That has been the best question. Then omoma road contractors ni yeti omoka ensu kwan no 6 months after no ni na hohoregu. Eti apology. I'm seeing that deliver value or face sanctions.
Where get fund
boss neka say. Acho we kwa de awbrasema say papa no de a J or so. Awbrasema Obimba Yesika and consider on our behalf and short change yen near Sam Crocrono. Meaning the Ghana for contractors do no and I say emu binuno or Munyaku could do Timothy Disance money.
Because they think, sir, one fact, my papa's in your contract, no, to whom you know near friend and now on also on your contract were dini huni. It when you do huni we dear Charlie. The answer why you man we near quite baby. It is a papa and your papa have a commission we na nipa.
So I will urge Yera a J, honestly, we are going to keep an eye on get fund projects to ensure say we will not be shortchanged in terms of the contractor. No, more monitoring and evaluation department whether the coordinating assemblies or those people are. Mr. Ghana for yes he can shut. Mr. Ghana for yes he can shut. It's a dear be a ponica cradia myself from Koyajuma Ghana for Munti, Mumian ye.
Politicians who nyai kickbacks in
oh,
now Sikano knows no Munti Jumano. Because that's the thing. At the end of the Nippon call side, Krana kickback the G no ahead and Sana. Why your mobilization crack or side? Chese, Obi. It's a problem. Chese. Yeah.
Well, Obi, maybe.
We say, Obi, good day. You and Omar here talked about open market economy. We as Ghana and Ghanaians are currently practicing when you were discussing the VIP increased fares. My question is, does the acting director of rent control know this? And he has been saying all that he's saying about landlords and landladies about property increase. If VIP and others increase theirs, Charles Quatin read your message in a side correct and send the brand you. What type we are among came Obama. What's your take on the $100 levy on ticket for international travelers? Obi, this is too much. Can't the government start with something smaller, at least $10, and then increase it every year? This is too much. Now, cost of our tickets have gone up. Nicholas Rohinia Jekum, Coventry in the United Kingdom.
Okay.
But Sadi and NMT, Honorable James Agalga, or your board chairman, Magana Airport Combina, or Super Morning Show, so on Joy. Anna or Chemuaya, or Modesa. New levy no abba into who you local airline I think local airline is 15 cities or so and I say foreign there no local airline I think 100 Ghana cities 100 Ghana cities say within ECOWAS average in $15 and an international traveler $100. Tell about $100 on my name is too much. $100 is too much. That's almost 1,200 Ghana cities on a ticket. That's too much.
Obi,
that's too much.
Well, my main car we
$100.
Me my expectation to abide is say, I'm fancy shaving work a be cushion a driver phone, a passenger phone.
Yes.
That potential door to increase fares will be absorbed. Whichever means, whether taxes being a year free, so whether blah blah blah.
Said you a driver for
and go to first. Because baby, I don't know. You just driver for so to first in my own. Over bone seven, I won't confusion. About them. About confusion, BC. Now, my catchy trade ministry for say, and yet, Cassane, Asada, Dema, a sachet water, ne, the reality, no, and a catchum. Because on no so called Nyoma ever found the car na con and it needs na con. Say I took a year a bonum diesel bona. Clearly, car never found was not generally 150 cities.
Yes.
How about 200 cities? So 200 cities no or 15 that's on every. And I am just pleading and praying to government to say. So what Bibi I just oh yeah. No obe cushion a year a driver for and I'm on tour to potentially increase the fares.
I said, I'm penny calling for emergency cabinet meeting on fuel price. Oh my, we are some Oko France now, because and can no so free mobile and bit my boy, you know. And we hope that through that cabinet meeting, some bold decisions will be taken. Say, a buying per se, or ye taxes be a free soa. And the People's Forum at the letter of Finance Minister, and I suggested taxes be a say a buying a free fuel price build up so to cushion consumers. Ain't and also yeah, there maybe a buying a bit me consider a beboa, and they okay, you must say that the government should suspend the price stabilization levy as promised in the NDC 2024 manifesto.
What do we buy?
Where the People's Forum.
Oh, okay.
And also abolish the baller tax as the NDC campaigned for in opposition. And the baller tax, that's all we okay. And also remove the 1 Ghana cedi per litre levy. It has no legitimate basis. And use the current petroleum windfall to cover any revenue shortfall. We have submitted a formal petition to the government. We are watching and we are not alone. Ain't it? So cabinet ACI, woman who decisions are cabinet take here just to, you know, cushion the ordinary consumer. Now, because it cannot be left, you know, to chance as a Ghana for now.
Well, we finally, when we heard this trend here, the indicators or indices or the pointers in terms of growth. Bibia or inflation or whatever, or Bibia team say a year and who but Obinyamano Bono, you know, so I will plead that the managers of the economy should take a critical look at it. We go Adibia, Kosubia, and Kwana, Kosro, the reasons that sometimes you can't understand it. Why? Because the dollar, inflation, all other matters, fuel, and then say and tell the NDC to stop defending that the case of Russia, Ukraine is different from the case. We talk about the world economic disorders. Intimate control affect here.
Place it on that platform. A well-renowned every conference in Bia, academic conference in Biano is advertised there. In fact, it was happening in many other countries, including
it may be
Ghana.
on the website, but did it happen?
It happened. It happened
at the venue. Say it happened.
Oh, there been a venue no we know a decoy on me, but it happened. They will do a decoy, but it happened.
Did it happen when? If it's not the Mpisky venue now, then
Obi,
where?
One of these days, me send your link to Omo friends saying Omo Zoom meetings are Omo, and I'll send you to some of the places where they are now meeting. I'll send you there. In fact, it is most unfortunate. And they first, you know, even when my party was in power, not yet in say, Obetino that Omo akwa high obi fie person the resource center. And tell my name Sam George about Bonting, a Kayan, Papa, lawyer from one name, also not to movie near national security for will be a war. Sometimes before you catch them, so I'm also young near we work together, then it's closed down. No more could be her, no more. We were always, I was doing press conferences, even when my party was in power, but they were about meetings and resource centers. So be a local resource center. Now we are talking about international conference on LGBT activism, taking a step further. And apart from all these things, any books are they challenge for? Any United Nations Human Rights Council vote ye kwa koto a NDC fo dwane free ho I abstain here senka sa nyoma we kakrai ebi ko see President Akufo-Addo mpenso a enka oye ne kese ne besi krom ha o kan ya President Akufo-Addo asem akọ kan ye aye mu bi yenyina some of us were not even happy aye be ba bonten kan ye de o kan ye na sebia obeka se eye bia obe disappointed say it is bound to happen all kinds of statement no and that this bill is by the parliament. President Mahama call US assembly no kind worse than the country friends worse than the President Akufo-Addo country Vice President Kamala Ghana for asofo akonfo imam ene CSO so monti bi da super no kan de omonka tag yebo kan de country no okoye. The man said the same thing. Said it is about engagement, it's about consultation, it's about advocacy, and it is playing out. And what is even in Parliament now, it is just a democratic process and advocacy that is playing out, and it is Parliament's bill. It is not a government-sponsored bill. Meanwhile, now one customer promise obeying to the government sponsored. So he distanced himself and now was choosing procedural caution in handling this. And so fear until so can say priority no bagana. Also I support it. O could abroach or say a parliament any now no a fair the one kasaba basis sudiase. It is low on us and the priority. And that we have basic needs of jobs, of food, of education, of health.
Say the democratic process will continue because the bill is going through a democratic process. Did
he promise a democratic process when he was in opposition? In fact, or the the campaign baby oko ebia the campaign videos na etwagu na democratic process no kan okosi asofo no the icon okosi asofo and okosi ahemfo ne ade e northern region and miamia baby okosi ahemfo promise or the woman or can say me de I will be guided by constitution, I will be guided by social cohesion, I will be guided by democratic processes. Sound okay? Or say he will sign the bill, and or say he will even further introduce government sponsored bill. Two questions: where